Dan Pariser, and today I'm going to show you how to make rice. Soft and fluffy, perfect rice. Before I came on the show, I went on the internet and I looked up other people's recipes for making rice. I looked up 10 different recipes and there were 10 different ways to make perfect rice. So my way is not the only way, but it's certainly one that works for me. Today I'm using a Tex-Mati long grain rice. My usual proportions are 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. The more rice you make, actually, the less water you need. So if I were making 2 cups of rice, I'd only use 3.5 cups of water. Experiment and see what works for you. All you want to do is boil the water. Bring the water to a boil with a large pinch of kosher salt. Pinch and a half. And when it comes to a boil, we'll simply add the rice. Now that the water's boiling, we'll pour the rice in. This is light brown rice. It's not as hard to cook as regular brown rice, but it gives a little nuttier flavor than plain white rice. Give it a quick stir. And when the water comes back up to a boil, we'll put a lid on it and transfer it from the large burner to the smallest burner on the stove. And we'll turn that as low as it goes. You want only a bare flame underneath it, otherwise you run the risk of burning the rice that's on the bottom of the pot. Now my wife, when she makes rice, and she makes very good rice, doesn't do it on top of the stove at all. At this point, she'll put it into a 350-degree oven and leave it for 20 minutes, and it's perfectly done. And because it's in the oven and there's no heat underneath, there's no chance of burning the rice on the bottom. But I find that this method works fine, and I don't have to heat an oven and use all of that energy. So the rice has been simmering for 15 minutes now on the lowest flame we can. The cover has stayed on. Don't take the cover off, you'll release too much steam, you can dry out the rice. But now that it's been simmering for 15 minutes, I'm just going to turn it off completely and let it sit for another 10 minutes, and the rice will come out fluffy and perfect every time. The rice has been sitting on the stove for 10 minutes with no heat under it. And as you can see, it's perfect, and every grain is separate. Perfect rice every time.